Today, we're putting in windows.
And the brick.
Join us each week as we get closer to our goal of building our house from start to finish. In our last video, the exterior started coming together.
This week is about to be crazy because we're putting in our own windows and the brick is here and ready to be laid.
Our brick is in.
So normally the windows go in as soon as the framing gets finished, but unfortunately our window order got delayed and the guys have already moved on to another job. We have a little issue. The bricklayers are scheduled to come and they need the windows in order to brick around it. So we'll be putting in our own windows.
And this will be our very first time.
In total, we have 32 windows on the house, but since the guys are only bricking the back and the sides of the house, we'll focus on those. We think we can do 16 of them. 2 windows on the back left side of the house, 6 windows on the right side, and 8 windows on the back side.
Wouldn't want a better partner.
Yeah, you would.
And on this very cool day, we have received our windows.
My dad's here to guide us with our first window.
But he's actually never put windows in before, so this is a first for all of us.
First, we have to take all of the packaging off. The first window we'll be doing is on the back side of the house. We didn't want to test our first window in the front of the house.
Yeah, just
in case.
Don't tilt it so you're gonna fall backwards. Faris. Tilt it towards the house.
I thought we had to flash all of this.
I forgot there was a sill plate should have flash.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this part.
What do you want to do?
Take it out.
Mistake number 1.
I'm taking the pop out.
Okay.
Okay. Well, okay. All right, let just lean it on the house.
Got it. There is this adhesive flashing called flex wrap that we'll be putting on the windowsill before the window is set in. This will help prevent water from getting through and run off to the side of the house. Ah, that makes sense. So that goes on the outside here.
Luckily, we hadn't nailed in this window, and we could easily take it out and install the flashing. After we put the flashing in, we need to add wood blocks to the ends of the windowsill. We should add a third one in the middle to prevent the window from sagging. Once it's in, we made sure it was even on both sides, and then we added a shim to the bottom to make it plumb or level. And then we finally nailed it in. This is why we're practicing on the back of the house.
We invited Steve, our carpenter, to come take a look at this window to make sure we're doing everything right.
Here, put the wall. Shove it up right there. All the way. Where does the window fall in relationship to the top of that?
We passed Steve's window check and we're all good to move on.
How's our bottom sill flashing? Okay, like that? 2 inches? Yeah.
This month's weather has been crazy. It's been all over the place. We've been getting snow, hail, rain, sleet,
Sunshine.
and then perfect sunshine. It's not ideal for putting windows in for the first time, but we'll make it work.
Or brick.
Now we're off to the next windows. We've got the sill covered in flex wrap and our boards nailed in.
Not sure why we felt so confident to go straight to the front of the house, but Steve made us feel good.
After we set the window in, we make sure it's level and plumb. Then we nail it in. We repeat these steps on the adjacent window and then move on to step 9, adding the flashing.
You then have to put on flashing. So we're gonna put flashing on both sides. For this one, we don't have to do it because it's underneath this board. But essentially this is just, this is trying to waterproof it so that when the water flows down, it does not seep inside the window and it would flow all the way down. We're not gonna put it on the bottom because if you put it on the bottom, then it would be caught into a bag and it would be caught underneath it. So you want the water to have a flow out if it were to get underneath. So we're gonna just put it on both sides, and that's the last step that we have to do right now with these windows.
Good thing we finished our practice windows because the bricklayers will be here tomorrow morning. And the guys arrive bright and early to begin the first step.
They begin with the brick flashing, which is a rubber material that's put behind the bricks so that if water gets behind the brick, it can redirect moisture.
Now the brick flashing is complete. Our challenge is just beginning. The bricklayers want to brick up this side wall today. So we have to get all these windows in today or they can't get their job done. We don't want to waste their time, so we don't have a choice. We got our feet wet with the first windows. Now it's time to move.
No pressure.
These windows are so heavy, we even brought out the furniture straps, and my dad's here to help.
I was like, I don't know. don't know what we're gonna do because
As silly as these straps look, the guys need all the help they can get.
Hey. There you go. Are you okay stabilizing? Because if you're pulling it away from me, I can't help you.
Good, but I just don't know how we're gonna get up these where we're going.
Side by side.
We can't do it. We can't.
Okay, let's take this shit off.
Yeah, there's no way.
That was a stupid idea.
You and my dad and those straps were ridiculous.
I still think we could have done it, but
Yeah, scratch that. Fortunately, there's some foam on the bottom of these windows protecting it, and we're gonna use it to slide it. We need all the help we can get.
You all right?
threads. Okay, we just lost our plastic. Now we gotta lift it. Shit. Hold on. If I can get down a little further. Okay. Are you all right?
Barely.
Are you all right? Because I'm good.
You said barely.
I'm making.
You're,
Okay, you
Faris,
can't go
don't
like that.
die,
You gotta go
please.
more.
I'm gonna
I
hit
gotta
the.
drop my
wait, you're hitting the top.
already.
Yeah. That's why it's not gonna fit.
Okay, go on an angle.
So normally we would take those windows through the back and not have to deal with the stairs, but it's a little muddy.
Now that we know what to do, kinda, it's time for the second window.
Slow down. One more.
And now for the last window.
A little bit more now. You got it.
You're good, Faris.
I saw my life flash before my eyes.
All right, bricklayers are here, so it's time to get these windows in.
Look, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little bit nervous by putting these windows in. It's a lot of glass. These things are heavy. One mistake, and it could be all over.
And it's just the two of us.
All right, we gotta muscle this in, Lise.
All right, let's do it.
The bricklayers definitely have a flow from start to finish, and we're breaking up that continuous flow because we don't have these windows in yet.
So they're working on the back ones while we work on the right side.
We're going as fast as possible while still doing a good job. We hurried up and got the second basement window in because the bricklayers are moving quick. All right, Faris, last one. First, we prepped the windowsill and then went over our game plan.
You're gonna carry from this side.
Yeah.
We're gonna go right here.
Clean the white
Your
part.
white part right here. So that would be your front, right? It's just gonna sit right there.
Yeah. Okay.
Not gonna lie, this window is so heavy, but I just try and stay calm so I don't drop it and we can get these in for the guys.
We have to get it up higher.
There you go.
Although this process was super nerve-wracking, I'm really proud of us for getting these in.
I'm feeling that pressure. They're literally waiting right there for us to finish.
They're surrounding us with all their materials. As soon as we finished that third window, the guys were on it. They bricked up this wall as far as they could go before they needed scaffolding. And before we knew it, the master bedroom windows needed to go in. All right, so we're doing these upstairs windows because the bricklayers have their process and all their scaffolding is up. And they're basically they're breaking around the windows, and they called us up and we're like, hey, we need the windows in right now. So that's what we're doing. A little terrifying, but we're getting it done.
We started out with this bathroom window. We were determined to get this window in, but it took about 45 minutes before we figured it out.
Okay, it's out. Good job. Dear Lord. That's the most scared I've been in a very long time.
I thought the foundations was maybe the scariest job, but this might be the scariest job. I thought the big basement windows were a challenge, but this scaffolding will take it to a whole nother level.
Now time to get the master bedroom windows in.
Yep. Where is
I got
that?
it. It's fine.
about having a fear of heights.
Talk about having good balance. Hello.
Hey.
Yeah. Didn't we say you need to go on that one?
Yeah, that's wrong.
Okay.
You can't take it and walk it, right?
I'm gonna see if I can.
Each window is designed for a specific spot on our house. We accidentally mixed up the 2 windows on the side, so Faris is attempting to walk this window to the right spot.
Talk about having enough strength. Okay. I didn't know we were signing up for this. One more to go. These ones are actually pretty easy.
Yeah, these ones aren't bad.
The sketch part is just like when I have to stand on here to get the final nails in and then like start the flashing on the outside. And that board is a little bouncy. And those guys are moving around.
They're waiting for us to get done.
No, okay.
So that's hurry.
At first, this was really nerve-wracking, but we started to get the hang of it, and this last window went in rather smoothly.
And then the guys were off to finish the side of the house.
The bricklayers are a team of 3, Manny and his dad, along with their friend Chewy. Their work is beyond quality, but also done so efficiently. We should probably take some notes.
As soon as we were finished with the right side, we had to move to the back master wall because the guys were moving so quickly.
We're definitely flowing at this point. These windows are just a tad smaller than the previous 2, so this shouldn't take us too long. But at the same time, the guys are right on our tail, meaning we need to go faster. Normally these windows should be in here before the bricklayers even get here, so we're super thankful they're putting up with our window process. Therefore, we're gonna try and whip through this last bedroom window.
Oh, that one didn't have anything to nail.
I know.
It's missing its top.
It's topless. Ow. Crazy. So we tried to lift the one middle window, and no way. That's not gonna happen. But the guys can still brick around all 3 windows.
Now let's see if we can get slightly ahead.
Now we're moving on to our living room windows, which are huge, by the way. So this should be interesting.
These windows are slightly bigger than the ones in the master bedroom, but they're much easier to install because we have the back patio to stand on.
Same thing as a master bedroom wall. That middle window, no way.
As soon as we were done, the guys were able to start bricking. Luckily, they can go around the big window.
After putting those windows in, we had a big appetite. So we got some lunch and brought the guys some Mediterranean food. I was explaining what a grape leaf was. Ground beef inside. Oh, I'll show you.
After lunch, the guys offered to help us put in the big master bedroom window. It took all 5 of us. That one was huge.
Believe me, we needed the help.
Yeah.
I was still nervous.
The fact that we tried that by ourselves.
I thought I was gonna fall off the scaffolding. Next up is the back side of the house. Past few days, it's been snowing like crazy, but today the sun is out and it's melting the snow, and that runoff is coming directly onto the scaffolding where we need to put the windows in.
You're just getting poured on.
Although the scaffolding is getting soaked, at least it's not as high off the ground as it was on the other side of the house. Looking at the bright side, Faris.
I think hypothermia is about to set in. I'm soaked down to the bone. We gotta finish this job up.
You must be so cold.
Gotta get it done. We only have like maybe like 20 more minutes. And then I'm gonna switch clothes. But for now, I'm soaked down to my core.
You could literally squeegee this. Oh gosh.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
The bricklayers are working on the left side of the house behind the garage while we finish up this back wall.
We were able to get all these back windows in along with the second window behind the garage. In total, we set 17 windows in the back, which exceeded our goal of 16.
The last window is complete, but the bricklayers asked if we could put the service door on the back of the garage. We haven't put a door in yet, but luckily in the nick of time, our carpenter Steve has showed up and he's gonna show us how to do it.
Good timing. I thought we were going home though.
Now we're gonna be here a little longer.
And then once it's in, the bricklayers are on to their last portion.
17 windows set and a door. I would say goal accomplished.
To top off this hectic day, my dad's here to bring in the material for our metal roof.
We ordered the metal roof material from Menards. It's pretty huge, so my dad picked it up with his truck.
Just in time for the roofers to show up and finish the last portion of our roof.
We think the metal roof pieces are a nice accent to the house,
We have 3 portions of metal roof, the middle, left side, and right side.
although we can't add too much because it gets pricey.
Once the metal roof is in, Steve is able to come with the SkyTrack and put in the windows that were a little out of reach for us or a little too heavy, put those in, and also finish up the board and batten that's on the main peak.
Thanks, Steve.
Thanks, Steve.
Manny and his team are just about finished bricking the back of the house.
We absolutely love the way the brick turned out, especially against the black windows. It's the perfect color, and we think Manny and his team did an incredible job, even though we may have slowed them down slightly. In the end, it all came together. After our prior investments and this week's activities, we are $408,000 into this project.
Wow, what a hectic week. As always, like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.
See ya. Join us for another lifting session.
Bulk season.